Shri Shri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. Verse 264. Ne Kalindi Ne Kalindi, the river Yamuna, carries the vermilion that bestows Dame Rasa, and that was washed from the picture-like breasts of Shri Radha while she was absorbed in her pastime in her waters. That shine like freshly blooming blue lotus flowers and lighten my contaminated heart. Mekalindi, the river Yamuna, carries the vermilion that bestows Vemras, that was washed from the picture-like breast of Sri Radha while she was absorbed in her pastimes in her waters, that shine like freshly blooming blue lotus flowers and lighten my contaminated heart. Asking the river Yamuna to enlighten my heart. And the river that carries and gives Vendas, the same Vendas that was washed from the breasts of Radha when she bathed in the river. Pastimes, and these pastimes were shining like blue lotus flowers. This one, no, this one is bad. May, February, from February.
तो बोलो तो देख के कौन सा रंग ले आते हैं मैं बना कौन सा लाएगी
So why you keeping bad things in there? Take it out, distribute, leave it. And
Now, commentary from Ananda Dastabati.
so plastic over there. Right? And then discuss that.
Commentary entitled Radha's Vermilion in the Yamuna. Radha's Vermilion in the Yamuna. Sridhar humbly thinks to himself, Sripad humbly thinks to himself, alas, my mind, which is contaminated by material desires, cannot possibly remember the intimate pastimes of Radha and Madhava. How can I purify it so that it can become qualified to remember these sweet pastimes? It's exactly what sadhakas are thinking every day. All I want to do is think of Radha, and yet my mind makes me forget. My mind makes me think of other things. So, Sripad asks, how can I purify my mind? And then he finds the answer. Babaji says, then he remembers the purifying quality of the Yamuna, whose waters are muddled by the vermilion that was washed from Sri Radhika's pitcher-like breasts while she played in the waters. How the vermilion from Radha's breast bestow the Rasa of Prema is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10th canto, the book that contains the essence of the Vedanta. And here's what it says. Fulfilled are the desires of these Tulindis, these outcast girls, who, when agitated by desire at Krishna's sight, remove that agony by smearing their faces and their breasts with the vermilion painted on the breasts of his beloved, and rendered still more charming by contact with the reddish hue of Urgaya, in other words, Krishna, whose wife he celebrated, and transferred to the blades of grass of Vrindavan, where he walked over. The Bhagavatam is describing how the gopis, who are so in anguish because they cannot be together with Krishna, how they comfort themselves. And they do it by putting on their faces and their breasts the same vermilion. This vermilion that was on the breasts of Radha. But even better for two reasons. The vermilion painted on the breasts of his beloved, Krishna's beloved, and made still more charming by contact with the reddish hue of Urugaya, of Krishna, and transferred to the blades grass of Vrindavan, where he walked. Babaji says that the gopis here lament about the fact that even these outcast girls are more fortunate than them. For they had gotten that vermilion on their breasts, where the gopis had not gotten it. According to Sri Jiva Goswami, the Daigita, the single lady love mentioned in the text, is Shri Radha, and no one else. Shri Jiva writes in his commentary on this Bhagavata verse that Daita, whose breast for vermilion is described in this verse, is a special beloved. Therefore, she is indicated with the word Shri here. It is Shri Radha only. As the Matsya Purana says, in Dwarka, Rukmini is the chief consort. And in Vrindavan, Radha is. So in Dwarka, Rukmini is the wife of Krishna. And in Vrindavan, Radha is the paramour, the secret lover. So we remember that Radha is never mentioned by name in Bhagavatam. But Jiva Goswami says, we can see her there anyway. We can see her by this word Shri. So the gopis are speaking in this verse from Bhagavatam. And they're saying these low caste girls, they don't suffer like we do. Because they're in Vrindavan and they can put this vermilion powder on them and touch it on their feet because Krishna has walked over it in the ground. So the gopis are sad because even these outcast girls, these nobody girls, are more fortunate than them. They can touch the dust of Radha's breast. And the gopis cannot touch it. Right? Gopi cannot. Says, the gopis lament about the fact that even the outcast girls are more fortunate than them. For they had gotten that vermilion on their breasts, where the gopis had not gotten it. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said, in Braj, the consorts are Shri, and the gallant man is the supreme male. although that can indicate all the gopis, the Brihad Gautamiya Tantra specifically states that Radha is the supreme gopi, with the verse, the supreme goddess is Radhika, who is fully absorbed in Krishna, in whom all the goddesses of fortune reside, and who is the supreme enchanting consort. So Radha is special because she loves him more, or because he loves her more? Other goddesses of fortune are unable to attain Krishna in Raj, as Srimad Bhagavatam proves with the verse Kashyanabhavo Sina Nadeva Vidmani, spoken by the wives of Kaliya. The following question may now arise, says Radha. Only during the Rasa dance, the first meeting between Krishna and the gopis took place. How can the vermilion of some gopis' breast get stuck on Krishna's foot soles even before the Rasa dance took place? The answer is given by Sri Jiva Goswami in the remainder of his commentary. One day, Radha fainted when she heard Krishna playing his flute. And the gopis, who were unable to bring her back to life, desperately went to see Purnamasi in her strong hut. Purnamasi told the gopis that the only medicine that could revive Radha was the touch of Krishna's sprout-like feet on her breast. After Krishna had placed his lotus feet on Radha's breast, he shyly ran away. After Krishna had placed his lotus feet on Radha's breast, he shyly ran away, marking the grass of Vrindavan with the vermilion that got stuck on his feet after they had been placed on the almost perspiring breasts. This is how the vermilion came on Krishna's feet before he had actually enjoyed the gopis during the Rasa dance. These outcast girls, they were able to have the pleasure of the vermilion. By walking over the grass where it was spread. And Babaji says, well, how can that be possible since Krishna has not yet met Radha at the Rasa dance. The dance has not begun. So this verse from Bhagavatam explains that Radha had fainted because of the beauty of the flute playing. And in order to revive her, Krishna put his feet on her breast and took the powder. And when he walked away, he put the powder onto the grass. So the Prema Rasa of Radha is not spread like by chance in the grasses, Radha. It's spread directly by the feet of Krishna. Radha's love is spread in Radha because she has had this contact with Krishna. She doesn't spread it by herself. She doesn't spread it from the gopis. It's spread because Krishna has had this intimate relation with her. It's through the amorous connection, the relations that Nemaras is spread. Not just by the mercy of Radha alone. Now Shripad says, the Yamuna water has been muddled, mixed up, made dirty. The Yamuna water has been muddled by the Rasa bestowing vermilion that was washed from Radhika's breast while she played in the waters. When I bathe in that purified water, which is colored like freshly bloomed blue lotus flowers, my mind, which is contaminated by all kinds of material desires, will become sanctified and will swiftly become qualified. Meditate on the confidential pastimes of Radha and Madhava. O Kalindi, please bless me this way. Song. O Kalindi, O goddess Yamuna, no one in the three worlds is so fortunate as you, for in your waters there are that are as beautiful as blue lotus flowers. Radhika's brilliant, loving breast vermilion is washed away. She is absorbed in playing there. This vermilion of Radha's breasts mercifully gives an incomparable treasure of Premras in charity. O daughter of the sun, Yamuna, please always illuminate my heart with your own attributes. Shripad Prabodhananda delights the devotees' hearts by uttering these sweet prayers, and Haripad holds this jewel in his heart, desiring to live in it. That's the end of the commentary.
What is that? Sloka.
May number 264. May Kolindi, the river Yamuna, who carries the vermilion that bestows Prem Ras, and that was washed from the pitcher-like breasts of Sri Radha while she was absorbed in her pastimes in her waters, that shine like freshly blooming blue lotus flowers and lighten my contaminated heart. It describes two ways that Radha spreads Prem Ras. By putting it on the grass, through Krishna's feet, and by putting it in the Yamuna river. The grass of Braj is full of Prem Ras. The water of the Yamuna river is full of Prem Ras. That's verse 265. When I look at even the cruel and sinful persons that I meet in Vrindavan, the abode full of wonderful, glorious sweetness, I consider even them to be most worshipable, although they are normally not fit to be seen or touched by saints. They are actually all good looking, like the true kings of mystics. And they have sweet rasika, very blissful forms. When I look at even the cruel and sinful persons that meet in Vrindavan, the abode full of wonderful, glorious sweetness, I consider even them to be most worshipable, although they are not normally fit to be seen or touched by saints. They are actually all good-looking, like true kings of mystics, and they have sweet, classic, very blissful forms. Babaji's commentary is called "The Real Forms of the Cruel Sinners of Vrindavan." As a means of praising all the moving and non-moving creatures of Vrindavan, Shripad here describes the cruel sinners that meet in Vrindavan. There is nothing dull and material in Vrindavan whatsoever. Any devotee who does not have that faith is sure to commit offenses which will cause him to fail on the path of Adaga Nugama. Shripad writes in his Vrindavan Mahimamrita, as long as you don't see all the creatures that live in Vrindavan have blissful transcendental forms, you will not attain the supreme goal, although you may have physically entered that abode. And again, as soon as a man honestly sees that all the moving and non-moving creatures that reside in Vrindavan are endowed with delicious transcendental forms, you will attain the form of Radha's beloved maidservant.
That was actually Jai Shri Radhe. Good morning. That some days before we spoke about the crystallization of the beauty of the form of Radhika, right? And this belongs to that meditation also. That our meditation, when it becomes more intense, will bring the form. This is what Gurudev is also teaching. We have to meditate on our form. And this is also the same here. As soon as a man honestly sees that all the moving and non-moving creatures that reside in Vrindavan are endowed with delicious transcendental forms. When I see them in their origin form, for sure first I saw myself. When I see myself in that form, as a Manjari, I can see all the creatures in Vrindavan in their transcendental form. Like Radhika also, I see Radhika in her transcendental form. Because my meditation is so crystallized that it takes form. And by the mercy of her, I will see the Leela. It's like in the material world, it's the same process. Our form is made by our mind. Our mind, it is in the Bhagavad Gita is described, whatever we are thinking at the last moment of our life, that form we will get in next life, right? So there is a meaning of the material form. So maybe a man will think about his wife. Oh, how can I leave her? Now I'm leaving my body, and he is fully absorbed in her. So he will attain a male body in the material world. Or there is the story of Bharat, when he was meditating in a forest and there was a tiger running behind a deer. The deer was pregnant. And actually, he was very absorbed in the Leela, but then he saw that the deer lost the baby, and the tiger catches the mama of the deer, and so the baby was lost just in front of his ashram. And so he took care of that baby deer. Even he was trying by his meditation to be not attached by the material world, but by this baby deer, he comes so in love with that baby deer. He took care of them, feed them, and did everything. So they lived together then. And when his days passed and he have to leave body, he got the body of a deer because he was so attached by this baby deer. And so we can see that our meditation is creating the material body because we have only experiences in the material world. So automatically it will be a material body. Right? But by the good chance of the saints, we get a description of the spiritual world, Vrindavan. And by the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Guru, we get the blessing to meditate on a new topic, on a new body. And as more as we meditate on that, it crystallizes our new body. And we can also see Radhika's body. We can see Radhika's breast. We can smell the vermilion on her breast. So that is all the mercy is coming. Its transport, the mercy is by Nityananda in this world. So we can see that this is the truth, what we are just reading here. And then we can enter in this abode by Radhika's mercy. Because we are in a spiritual body. We entering this by crystallizing this body step by step. All this description in these books we are just reading are exactly the beauty of these bodies. And whatever you read about this, that the bath, Radhika's bath, is creating this body, right? Becomes concrete.
Yesterday, yes.
So, and as this is the most beautiful body, because it's Mahabhav. This body is the most beautiful. And because we are so close to this body, we get the same smell. Today we read about the vermilion. So because we are so close, we get the same smell, and our bodies will be as beautiful as Radhika's bodies, because we are so close to her. And we meditate on that in the same level. We become also the nature of her. It's described, she is Mahabhav, and the maidservants has Mahabhav. Because we got it from her. So we will smell like her. We will see like her, our bodies. We listen only about her. We only see her. This is our one and all. So, by intense meditation on this, we will enter in a new abode, because we have the experience of the acharyas as a present to us given by Gurudev. And this is the beauty of these books, what we read just now, no? So it's so beautiful. And this is a transcendental thing. Transcendent means beyond the matter. What we just read. It's not an experience we can make in the matter or with material senses or with the material mind. And it cannot be seen by materialists. They cannot see. But we, after all, we will see. This is the goal, that we really see. No?
Thank you, dear. I'm really very happy about the very first thing you said. It was all very beautiful, but you said in the beginning that the moment we enter into our Svarup, then we see Vrindavan. And it's because, like the verse says, when we enter our Svarup, we take and we know our Mantri form. So I'll read that line again if you let me. As soon as a man honestly sees that all the moving and non-moving creatures that reside in Vrindavan are endowed with delicious transcendental forms, you will attain the form of Radha's beloved maidservant. This is
Yes.
what I feel it happens at the same time. The moment we take the Swarup, we see everything.
Yes. The realized soul is showing the way. We need a guidance of one who realized. He can show the way because he knows. And so we are in a good association here with our Gurudev and also with these books where they explain the verses we cannot understand without this explanation. We need the guidance of those. And we get the mercy of Anandadas Babaji and of Gurudev to understand the words of Prabodhananda or of Raghunathas. Then we crystallize the bath. And when we enter in our bath, everything will happen. Radhe, Chaitanya.
I still don't see like Vrindavan as it is, but what I feel, what I listen now, two things. One, that everything in Vrindavan serves the eternal lila of Radha and Krishna, living and non-living beings. And second, that all is endowed with this rasa, prem rasa, grass, yamuna, trees. And Radhika goes to Abhishek. Wherever she casts her look, it becomes Mahabhav. Whatever she touches becomes Mahabhav. And it came to me as Mahaprabhu went in an ocean and felt unconscious. And fisherman who was a sinner, pulling out with the net. Yeah. And he became mad. Just coming in contact with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was Radhika himself. He became mad. And this is the proof, like whatever comes in touch with Mahabhav Sarupini comes Mahabhav. And we are actually searching and praying for her look. But here, when she wanders in Vrindavana, everything becomes automatically, wherever she casts her glance, Mahabhav. So I feel like that's why we have to really respect when we are in Vrindavan, that, from outside, that we are not on that level. We are praying to enter Vrindavan, to get her glance, her touch.
Yes.
Yeah. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read, this is a transcendental thing, and it cannot be seen by materialists. The word.
That's it, Vrindavan.
That's it.
That's what also Chaitanya Prem is. We need a transcendental view, transcendental senses. Then that we can get even in this body. We see in Raghunath Das or others, they see the transcendental abode, even they are in this material body. We not need to leave the body to see this. If we get the mercy of a bona fide spiritual master, we can enter this abode even in this life. And you are now in Vrindavan, as you see, all around, even the monkeys, they are disturbing. You have to take care of your glasses and so on. This is to see that, this is a proof how to see that Vrindavan. Are you in the matter, or are you on the way, on the transcendence? And I know from my own experience that this is really to prove my point of view. And also this, when we sponsor this Prem Prasad, right? And we think we are giving something to the poor people, maybe. From our material point of view, that may be right. But actually, by serving like this, we get the biggest blessing by the Prishpasis. They are blessing us when they take the prasad, when they accept our
Offering.
what we giving. This is our blessing. This is not to them, and we have to see every single, even the babies, the everyone who is entering. We don't know the background of these people who are coming. There are special souls so that they can stay in Vrindavan. And in this way, we can make a difference in our own view And after some time, I believe that we can really see everything there with different eyes. And when we see that from the view of the maidservant, then we can see, but not when we are materialists, like is described here. We will not see. We see garbage and the different things there.
Wonderful, wonderful observation that in material consciousness we think of them as the cruel sinners, like Babaji says, but of course they're transcendental forms, and we need
Yeah.
the eyes to be able to see them.
Yeah.
No, monkeys are Krishna, dear friends. We like Krishna because he's Radhika's beloved. And automatically, if you accept Krishna, then you have to accept his friends. You like monkeys or not, they're Krishna friends. You have to like them.
Yeah, they like to steal. They have the same habit like him.
The monkeys are being very crazy these days, so it must be an auspicious time.
Oh my God.
Now they learn to open Gurudev's door. They love him so much. They learn how to open the gate here at the veranda.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But I see this Vinod Baba, it's living with the monkeys, and he has such a peaceful, no?
Yeah.
The system that makes a difference, how he see and how we see. There are many beautiful pictures when he is giving with his hand some prasadam to them. They don't bite him. Somehow they are very peaceful there. And you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, how Chaitanya said just now, when they come close to Mahaprabhu, they start to dance. They entering in the mood, and they get the Mahabhav. They start to sing. Monkeys and but also tigers in the jungle and elephants. They become like crazy. So we don't need to learn so much. What I feel, it's. I will not say it's not good to learn a lot, but to hear a lot is good. To hear about all this, but we don't need to know all this. But we have to come close to that, what we hear, what we listen, and we have to search for these self-realized souls.
Come close in our feelings.
Yeah, you see these monkeys, they have no idea from nothing, but they are starting to dancing, and the tigers. So we need to come close to that bath of Mahaprabhu. And there is only one way. We need to search for a person who is close to that. No? And our Gurudev was always searching for the close association with his Guru. Right, Gurudev?
Right. No doubt.
Huh?
Go without light association. Mind very powerful.
Voice is not coming clear. Sorry.
Yeah, there's some problem. He said there's no hope without association.
Yeah. No hope. The books alone cannot give that.
Only
To
one.
catch the bath, we need a living example.
The word Sat Yogindra refers to Bhakti Yoga. Sorry, to a Bhakti Yogi. The word Sat Yogindra refers to a Bhakti Yogi who is endowed with God consciousness. No Karani, Jnani, or Ashtanga Yogi can see all the residents of Vrindavan in such a topmost way. Therefore, the best yogis is described here in Bhagavad Gita. A person who worships me with faith, yes, faith. A person who worships me with faith, concentrating on me, he is the best of yogis in my opinion. Wow. But a person who worships me with faith, concentrating on me, he is the best of yogis in my opinion. So Babaji says, therefore, even those residents of Vrindavan who appear to be cruel sinners from a material point of view will be seen in the most sweet, blissful forms, like the great kings of yogis by an offenseless devotee. And again from Shripad's Vrindavan Mahimamrita, oh brother, all the residents of Vrindavan may be attached to stealing another man's wife or property. They may commit violence to the whole world in many ways, and they may have lost their intelligence out of greed. You should still not disrespect them, taking them to be ordinary sinners. You are blind for the rays of the rising sun, like an owl who cannot appreciate the gorgeous light of the sun. Know that for sure. In this way, Shripad has praised the Brajvasis in many different ways in his Vrindavan Mahimamrita.
Yeah, we can go back to enter a little deep in the topics. When Krishna described the person who is the best of the yogis, I think we can enter in this kind of topics to go deeper in the meditation. a person who worship me with faith. Who is a person who worship him with faith? And who is concentrating on him? Who is this person? Can we go directly without love? Can we worship the Lord without love? Will he accept our worship when we not do the worship with love?
No, is the answer.
No. And can we concentrate our mind on him without love? It's not possible. He will not be seen. We maybe see Vishnu because some respect and like this is there, or even fear. But if the love is missing, we cannot see Krishna. We see Vishnu somehow. But that sweet Mohan we will not see. And so, if we not see him, we cannot worship him. We cannot worship something we don't know, we not see. So, who is the one who worship him with faith and concentrating on him? This is the one who is worship him through Radhika, who is concentrating him on him through Radhika, because then he is the best of the yogis. Love has to be there. This is what Gurudev is teaching us. And then we understand this Mohan. And then we can serve him. Otherwise, we try to make a copy. So we become the tendency of, enjoyment. He is the enjoyer, number one. And Radhika is the servant, number one. So we have two opinions. Is it right in English, opinions? Two possibilities. One, to follow the enjoyer, and one who follow the servant. And we decide to follow the number one servant, and this is Radhika. And then we become the best of the yogis.
Very nice. Very nice, sir.
This is like Gurudev showed us this in preface of Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. There are three kinds of people who are searching for Krishna. Jnanis, yogis, and bhaktas. But only bhaktas are successful because they are searching for a relationship.
Yes. But we can also describe the Jnani in that way. Who is the best of the Jnanis? Who develop feelings. And the spiritual Jnana of the soul is a feeling. This is not the material knowledge. We are not, what is the use of all the knowledge? If we have 1,000 books in our mind, what is the use of this when we not develop feelings? So the king of the Jnanis is the one who develop feelings by all his learning and teaching and knowledge. This is the best of the Jnanis, who develop this bhav. then he become a real Gyan. This is real Gyan. We always think that to collect information is Gyan, is really knowledge. But that's on the matter. And it all will be destroyed by leaving the body. All this knowledge will be gone. It will leave. But the feelings we develop to our Swamini, to our Gurudev, that will stay forever. That will never leave us. So how Gurudev called out when Mataji was leaving, Ram Nam Satya Hai. This is the name is including all the feelings. If we listen the name, automatically, if we have developed in our life some feelings, the feelings will come. They are there. If we call Radhika, so all association about Radhika will come into us. Her beauty, how much she is loving, how she looks like. All this is only by listening the name, Ram Nam Satya Hai, will be for eternity. This will not leave us. Gurudev said to me. Right?
Yeah.
Gurudev, it will not leave. This is the difference between material and transcendence. One thing is temporary and one thing is eternal. So we can see that the real Gyan, the real yogi, they enter in the spiritual abode. But the materialists see the Jnani and the yogi in the material way. So that is not the real meaning. Spiritual Gyan is feeling. No? We know the qualities of the soul is Satchit Ananda, right? It's described. And there is this knowledge. Knowledge is a quality of the soul, but this is not the meaning of a collection of information. It's the possibility of developing feelings.
It's the awareness of the soul consciousness.
Soul, yeah. But to develop these feelings, the soul needs two persons. If there is only the soul, it will never possible to develop feelings. So this one soul is entering two bodies. One is Mohan and one is Radhika. And one body is the enjoyer, and she is the enjoyed. One is enjoying, one is serving. And this is the perfect couple. And when they are together, then that will happen. This feeling's coming, no?
Wonderful. This is exactly the beauty of Mahaprabhu, isn't it? Just like you said, that the soul alone does not live, does not develop. There's only soul.
100%. This is happen in the Kunja. Radha and Mohan comes together, and there is one more. One more is there. It's the Manjari. How Gurudev described the Mahamantra. It's the Mahamantra. It's there. And Mahaprabhu. Because Krishna alone cannot enter that feelings completely. He need help. So he has to come as Mahaprabhu to feel Radhika's feelings and the feelings of the Manjaris. He likes to become his own servant or to feel them feelings. It's amazing, but this is the topmost, what is behind the desire of the soul. This exchange of feelings. And yesterday or day before yesterday, we spoke about that meeting and separation, no? Right?
Yes.
And we always think that separation is different from the meeting, but it's actually the same intense bliss. One is meeting, one is separation, but the bliss is this is the same.
Or greater. Gurudev said, or greater. Gurudev some weeks ago said, the meeting that happens in separation is deeper, greater than the meeting that happens in union.
Yeah, we could also think about a permanent meeting. A permanent meeting will not create this intense feelings than meeting and separation. No, it's waves, creating waves. How Gurudev describe this kind of feelings? They are waves coming, and again, one more, a wave is coming. But these waves are only creating by this up and down, no? By the moving of this
But also,
meeting, separation.
But also the strength that I have, the relation I have to you when I'm not with you is so intense that it's more stronger than the relation I have to you when I'm holding you in my arms.
Right, yeah. So we can see that I think this is necessary to enter in that deep meanings of the description. If we not enter in we are only on the Oberfläche, was heißt das?
Surface.
Surface, yeah. But in all the description of the Gita, we have to see from that what Gurudev is giving, like you do also, Uddhava. We need to change that view of the Gita, no? Right? Not directly Krishna, but through Radhika.
So now we conclude with the song of Haripad Shila. How wonderful is the meeting of all the moving and non-moving creatures in the sweet, transcendental Chintamani Dhama Vrindavan. They are all great souls and mystics. They are all great souls and mystics, whose sight delights everyone's eyes. All of them, even the cruel sinners among them, have particularly blissful, divine, and wonderful transcendental forms. And they are always praiseworthy. Anyone who hates them ruins himself. Prabhupada says, let all these people of Raj be most worshipable to me, even if they are normally not to be seen or to be touched by a noble man. There's the end commentary from verse 265.